storm has killed already 7 people. Another 2 feet of snow could be on the ground by tomorrow. The governor, Andrew Cuomo, declaring a state of emergency for a region that is simply overwhelmed.
We're bringing in hundreds of pieces of equipment from all throughout the state. We've asked neighboring states for equipment.
Just look at the scene in the Buffalo suburbs. Emergency crews simply can't get through the mountains of snow to reach hundreds of abandoned cars stopped in their tracks. For those who have managed to get out of their homes, there's an awful lot of shoveling to do, but they're not going anywhere anytime soon because the plows are nowhere in sight.
At this point, there is so much snow, it's very hard to plow. So we're not plowing it, we're actually hauling it out, lifting it with high lifts, putting it in payloaders, and actually removing it from South Buffalo. At this point, probably over 300 truckloads of snow have been removed.
There is so much snow on the ground, the sheer weight of it all is buckling homes. Listen to this woman describe what happened in her house at the height of the storm.
It was absolutely the pressure from the snow. Some of it also came down from the roof, and when it did, it blew the doors right in across my living room.
Blew the doors right in. So much snow. I want to go live to Buffalo this morning. I want to bring in our meteorologist, Jennifer Gray. When you look at these snowfall totals, I mean, it's almost like a misprint. I can't believe how much snow is there, and more is coming.
You're exactly right, because they're seeing totals that they get for the entire year, and you're seeing it in a 24 to 48 hour period. So you're exactly right. And people from here are even saying, we've never seen anything like this. People that have lived here their entire lives through the blizzard of 77. When we drove in this morning about an hour and a half ago, you could see absolutely nothing. Visibility was 0, and that's what these lake effect showers can do. Right now, the snow has let up just a little bit, but it's still very, very cold and very windy, and so we're going to get a lot of blowing snow as well. Look at these dump trucks. You remember him talking about how they're putting it in these are bulldozers. They're putting it in the dump trucks and hauling it off. This is what these bulldozers are for. This is a staging area, and so the guys are slowly trickling in. They'll be getting in these bulldozers and starting to take the snow and haul it off once again for today. But look at this. This parking lot has been plowed several times, and there is still about 6 inches of snow on the ground. This is the difference in something that's been plowed and something that hasn't been plowed. Look at this. This is what most people's yards look like. Snow as tall as I am. And look over here at these cars, completely buried under the snow. You see this all over south of Buffalo, which is cars completely under the snow. Most likely going to be until this weekend before they can get these cars out. And this entire parking lot, I would say, has about 50 cars in it, and they all look like that, just completely buried under the snow, Christine. It has been unreal. We have that lake effect snow warning in effect all the way through the wee hours of tomorrow, so we're expecting snow to keep up here south of Buffalo and points even south of where we are. Could pick up an additional 2 to 3 feet of snow. If that happens, we will be breaking records left and right. It will definitely be one to remember. It already is. Unfortunately, it's proven deadly, and that's going to be the fear for today. We have the snow adding weight, and it could possibly buckle inside people's homes. So that's the fear as we're moving forward, Christine.
Yeah, and 2 other warnings here. You know, people who get in their cars that are covered with snow, they turn on their cars, and the exhaust pipe is clogged, and they can have carbon monoxide poisoning. People who are out there who are trying to shovel snow, and they're at risk of cardiac death. So 2 little warnings there. Just to be careful, sit it out, folks, and be really careful and smart about what you're doing with all that snow. Jennifer Gray, thank you so much for that. I want to get to meteorologist Eva Peterson. She's tracking the storm. Going to bring us latest on that front.
Nothing better than a visual. We've seen Jen standing and literally several inches per hour falling right on her head. And then there's visuals like this. There were times just a few days ago you could be looking across Lake Erie from Buffalo and seeing a line of lake effect snow continue to dump inches, if not feet, of snow just south of the region, just a few miles away. This is what's been on everyone's minds. It's the why. What is going on? Remember, you need that effect all across the entire lake, and it all has to do with the wind direction. Now, yesterday, we saw that lake effect snow line move a little bit farther to the north as the wind started to die down. Then you had a breather, then you saw some light snow make its way through, and now that next line is making its way through again. Another round of cold air, another round of lake effect snow expected to dump another 2 feet of snow. So again, all of this has to do with the fact that the lakes are not frozen yet. That's the key. The warm water of the lake, that is definitely warmer than that cold air above. You get instability. Cold air, it wants to sink. Warm air wants to rise. It causes instability. They want to flip. And then you have the winds going all across the lake, dumping all of that snow at the end of the lake. So it has to do with that wind direction. We keep talking about this because you need that fetch over the entire lake. So the longer distance you have, the more snow you're going to get. If the wind direction goes over a shorter fetch, you're not going to be seeing as much. This is the key when I show you this. Look at these totals. The difference here, based on where you are, location and the wind, 67 inches in some places a few miles away, only several inches. This is going to be the story as we go again today. Another 2 feet, record-setting snow headed right in Jen's direction.
2 feet of snow into Peterson's. Thank you so much.